Alright everybody, welcome. My name is Dylan from Cooperative Gaming, and this is the new show on my channel. Here on YouTube, I'm going to call GG. This is the show where, well, I play a few matches here of Splatoon, ranked generally. I go back and I reevaluate myself after the fact. This is not live commentary. This is a reevaluation of my current situation to help myself to improve, to see where I fell flat, and to maybe teach you guys what you're looking for while you're out there playing Splatoon. Splatoon is a game that is highly competitive, but it is also a game that is determined by team comps, and compatibility, what weapons get picked for what mode, and how well your teammates play. But the goal here is to always improve your play, and so we're really going to try to look at how to improve yourself and how to focus on yourself instead of potentially blaming teammates for things. So we're going to go into it. I am ruling the Splat Dualies. This is the standard Splat Dualies, one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. So we are running standard Splat Dualies on Rainmaker. This is Starfish Mainstage. Now, I always like to run this left route. And what we do here is we like to see if anyone's going to flank from the left, because some people try to. Now, that's kind of an interesting point there, and I'd like to take and slow that down for just a hot second to see kind of what went wrong there, because in theory I saw him and thought for sure I was going to take that guy out. I was going to take a few shots at him, but you can see just a little bit the hit markers weren't quite there. The dualies have a very strange hitbox, or hit reticle, so, got splatted there pretty quickly by the roller. That's going to happen. Now, you notice I'm using 10 missiles. I'm not using the inkjet version, the Emperor dualies. I don't particularly enjoy the curling bombs. I am okay with them. Now, we're going to see here, I figured he was going to try to follow, so we got an easy splat there on the roller. So I figured he was going to follow. There's a little bit of psychology involved in the game. So we see the bombs coming out. We're going to back out of a bad situation there. And then we're going to try to flank here. Now, most people don't see this flank coming, at least in solo queue. So we got what I would say is two good burst bombs there. And we're going to hide out for a second. We do have Ninja Squid equipped, so we're going to see if we can get an easy splat. Kind of missed him. I'd like to slow that down for just a second as well, so we can just take a look at what happened there. That was kind of an odd moment as well, where we ended up getting hit markers like very sort of spread out and far apart, and it got a little scary there for a second, because I thought he was actually going to get me. He actually did some damage, as you can see there, but yeah, let's keep pressing forward here. And now we're going to take some turf. The big thing about Rainmaker is if your team doesn't have any way to move or anywhere to look around, to push forward, then they're really not going to be very successful, especially if you're running, we have a Clash Blaster right now. Clash Blasters aren't great at taking turf, taking ink back. Now, you see, all I can do is turf bomb, or, use burst bombs right now, because that sniper does have a good point on me. There's no reason to expose yourself for that sniper. Now, we see here, that guy, he popped out. Again, put a few shots into him. It just wasn't going to do a lot. He was able to get the flick off a little bit faster than what my kill time was. But I was able to dodge him the first time, knowing when they're going to pop up. There's a little bit of just sort of knowing ahead of time, and just sort of, again, psychology, knowing when the opponent's going to try to press on you. That plays into this game a little bit, and unfortunately, bad call on my part. He splatted me there. So we got a good splat on Bun. We're going to keep moving forward. Again, what we're trying to look for here is try to get the team that we're playing against about 3 people down, which we just achieved. We just knocked about 3 of them out. The roller just respawned, so we're going to try to push forward now. And you see me looking around. I want to verify that nobody's going to flank. I want to verify that with 10 missiles, we can see the guy coming up. Now, unfortunately, when I was playing, interesting enough, I didn't see that suction bomb. I actually died and didn't realize why I died. And you'll see our entire team go 4 people down, which is devastating. The big thing is if your teammates, if your team is about 2 to 3 people down, you gotta stay alive. You gotta back out of a situation and try to stall as best as possible. And that's hard. That doesn't always work. Now, I thought, honestly, that the Rainmaker would be a little unprepared here, and I honestly thought he might, he actually was going to climb up. Now, we got a good splat on Bun there. He actually should have got me. That sniper should have got me, so I kind of got out of there good. Thought the Charger was going to take me down. Now, we tried to flank, but they ended up pushing beyond our team before I could even get to the flank. And we're going to go and try to take... that became a little bit of an issue with the Charger. And we see he's trying to tap shot. He's trying to get the magic set to destroy X power moves. And we're going up against the roller again. Got a few hit markers. Backed him off. Took out the beacon there, and then got another spot on Vanguard. Another important thing about Splatoon is just being sure that you don't Don't push too far ahead. Don't follow somebody into a kill. Sometimes they want to bait you around a corner so they can take you out. Now we're going to put a little bit of pressure there on the charger. That's important to put pressure on the charger and just make them back out a little bit. You're not going to always be able to splat them. A lot of times chargers, you're not going to be able to splat them if they're team and they are good at all. So it's worth noting that like you know, you may not be able to splat them, but you may just want to move them. Now, checking the map real quick. I was trying to see maybe where they were going to do, if they were going to flank or what was going on. It didn't look like they were going to try a big flank, so I wanted to throw burst bombs here just to deter anyone from coming out. Got an easy splat there. Vanguard didn't really pop out. I'm not sure why, because he easily could have rolled that corner and just sort of got us, but we'll see, you know, those things happen. And then we saw an opportunity, we took it. They actually weren't as far down as we was hoping, and then, you know, the tap shot there. I kind of barely get out of this one. Is kind of an interesting situation. Again, backing out when you need to. At this point, we had pushed it that far. There was no need for me to stay up there and continue fighting, because at that point, I would have just died, and then, you know, we would have lost any hope of keeping them at bay. Sometimes, like I said, just staying alive is the most helpful thing you could do for your team. Now, I was trying to avoid the charger shot. I thought for sure he was going to shoot me going up the ramp. We got a good splat there on the Rainmaker, and then I knew I needed to get out of that situation, but I ran out of ink. When I have burst bombs, I run out of ink pretty quick. It's my fatal flaw. Checking the map again. Always check the map between deaths. You know, you check to see if it's safe to jump. It was definitely safe to jump because they had just eliminated the only immediate threat up here. And then unfortunately, I got a little caught up with all the sparkles and dazzles of the explosion of the Rainmaker and the flick coming at me, and he was able to turn around. I couldn't quite see where he was aiming. Could have dodged out of the way potentially, but he got a good spot on me there. So it was a good win on our part. I stayed pretty aware, pretty evenly matched team. We just got one solid push. Rainmaker's all about the one push you get. It's not about how many splats you get or how good your turf control is. If you make one great push, wipe their team once and push, that's it. So it was good stuff coming out of both teams. Yeah, my biggest flaws that I saw in that particular game were running out of ink a few times and just missing shots. I missed a few shots against that roller at least twice, and that cost me, you know, a splat. And when you go down, when you die in this game, it's detrimental. It's hard for your team because then that's just one less person to take on someone else. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead here to the next match as we roll forward. Now, this match has a little bit of a different team composition. Again, I touched on the fact Splatoon is all about team comps. The composition of your team is going to be sort of the compatibility even of your team with what they're rolling is going to be different. So they have an ink brush and they have a charger. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same charger as last time, whereas we have all shooters, which all shooters is never really a bad comp, depending on the variety of those shooters. And now we have quite a few long range, short range. We have dualies, we have T-Techs. So it's a good play there. Now, you see, I could have went around the corner, and I could have potentially tried to push on him and get a splat. I think they wanted me to. So I stayed back a little. I just kind of pushed them away. Again, nobody expects this flank, so we're going to throw a few burst bombs, just kind of scare them off. Initially, they may not know where those are from. I got put in a bad situation. Got a lucky splat there. I couldn't quite see him until I'd already gotten a hit marker or two, so was just kind of assuming he would be there. Now, we see this brush coming around. Pretty easy splat. If you weren't going to try to do some sort of flank maneuver, that wouldn't have been that big a deal. Now, I want to be sure nobody's going to get him from the side. Now, I wasn't going to die on that hill. I wasn't going to be in front of the Rainmaker there, because at that point, you round that corner, and I was probably just going to get taken. Because the thing about that corner is you just die. Now, I missed shots there. That's the big thing, is I missed shots there. I think I may need to tweak the sensitivity on my motion control, but I missed some shots. And an arrow spray, the closer he gets to you, the more deadly he becomes. So we traded on that one, despite getting a burst bomb and a few easy hits on him. It just wasn't quite enough damage. I think he was right on the peak, and he was able to capitalize there. But, you know, a trade is always better than just dying. You know, I don't prefer it, but take it over dying. Now, again, we're going to try the flank. We're going to get a little burst bomb hit there. Now, I mistimed my jump, and I actually missed that shot. I turned around to be sure nobody was going to flank me as I climbed the wall. It's important to be really aware of your space and be sure you're not going to move forward with somebody being behind you. Again, 10 missiles going out. 10 missiles are great for tracking your targets, so I told him to go this way. We need to go this way. He didn't quite get the hint, but he was moving right into deathly territory. So luckily, 10 missiles really did it, and the burst bomb damage that we put on him And we keep moving past the splat bomb, actually, which is really important. And there we go. That was the cap. So, again, as you saw when I took that middle section there, when I threw the burst bombs, sometimes the best thing for you to do is not just charge forward, but to tactically try to just move your opponent. I didn't actually think I was going to get a splat on him throwing burst bombs. I think the tenon missile maybe finished him off. It's hard to tell, but we really wanted to move the charger, and in this case we splatted him, got lucky with the other tenon missile, splatted the other guy. That takes 2 threats out of the game. In that case, we could just make a huge charge forward. So this is Dylan from Grow Operative Gaming. If you guys have any comments you want to leave me down below, if you guys want to teach me, add anything, try to improve my gameplay, I would love that. If there's anything you guys took away from this video or would like to correct me on, tactfully do so. I would appreciate that. That being said, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below, or join me at twitch.tv/cooperative-gaming, where you can watch me live nearly every night from 11 p.m. Central Standard Time to 2 in the morning Central Time. Thank you guys for being here. This is the first episode of GG. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time on the show. You guys have a wonderful evening.